Welcome back, my dear students. So in the last lecture we saw how to calculate the materials required for the brickwork. So on that basis we will solve one problem. Okay, we will directly go to the problem without wasting time. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so that it will motivate me to do more videos. Fine. Now what is the question? Work out from the first principle the quantity of BBM, means brick work. Okay, BBM with cement mortar 1:4. Fine. So burnt brick masonry with cement mortar ratio 1:4. We have to calculate the quantity. So as the route and procedure, what we do, we should assume the work first. So let us assume 10 meter cube of volume brickwork. CU. Okay, we assumed 10 meter cube of volume of brickwork. Now what is the size of the brickwork? Size of the brick including mortar joint. Okay, I already told you size of the brick including the mortar joint is how much? It is 20 into 10 into 10 centimeter. Okay, and size of the brick including or excluding or without this mortar joint. Okay, size of the brickwork excluding or without mortar joint. What will be the size? The mortar joint will be 1 centimeter. It is 19 into 9 into 9 centimeter. Fine. Now we'll calculate the number of bricks. So number of bricks in 10 meter cube volume. How much bricks are required in 10 meter cube of volume? So what is the volume? It is 10. What we take? We take this volume, that is size of brick including mortar joint, to estimate how much number of bricks are there. So what we do, we just divide the volume by its size, that is 0.2. It is meter cube, it is centimeter. So 0.2 into 0.1 into 0.1. So when I divide 10 by 0.2 into 0.1 into 0.1, I get exactly 5000 numbers. So this is the number of bricks in 10 meter cube of work of the, it is the number of bricks in 10 meter cube volume. So now what we want, we calculated the bricks which we wanted. Now we will calculate the volume of mortar. Okay, what will be the volume of mortar? So volume of mortar will be this 10 meter cube volume, what we assumed, 10 meter cube minus, we have to subtract the items. Now what are the item? The brickwork item, the size of the brick without the mortar joint, into what? Into the number of bricks, that is 5000. See here, 10 meter cube is our volume, minus we have to take the size of the brick without the mortar joint, because we want the volume of the mortar. So 0.19 into, this will be 0.09 into 0.09 into 5000 number. This 5000 we got here. So when I subtract it, I'll get 2.305. Approximately I'll take as 2.3 meter cube. So volume of the mortar will be 2.3 meter cube. Now what I'll do, I'll add So as the brickwork, okay, always in the brickwork you must add 15% extra for frog filling. Frog will be there now on the brick. To fill that, I'll take 15% extra to the this amount, this volume. What I'll do, 15 by 100 into 2.3, 15% of this I'll add to the volume of the mortar. Now what I'll get, 2.645 meter cube. So this is the volume of the mortar with the 15% extra for frog filling. Then what we can add, as we did in the earlier problems, we have to add 25% extra for dry volume. So 25 by 100 of 2.645, I am adding 25% of this volume to this only, 2.645. I'll get 3.30 meter cube. So okay, at last I got 3.30 meter cube of volume of mortar. Okay, now we'll go to the tabular column. So before going to the tabular column, what is the ratio they have given? That is given that CM is ratio 1:4. So it will be 1 plus 4, it will be 5. Okay, the cement value will be 1 by 5 of 3.30. So 1 is cement, 5 is its total, 3.30. It will be 0.66 meter cube. I am just telling how to calculation. Next is whatever fine aggregate. How will the fine aggregate? This 4 divided by 5 into 3.30, it will be 2.64. okay, just to know how to calculate, I'll do again in the tabular column in the next page. So I draw the tabular column: numbers, particulars, quantity bar number, rate per unit, amount, and remarks. Now what is our first step? That is material and its cost. It is our first step. So what is the material? First one, for the burnt brick masonry work, brick is the material which we calculate first. Okay, so bricks. So quantity bar number, how much quantity we estimated, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ನಾವು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 10 ಮೀಟರ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬಿಗೆ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು, 5000 numbers. So we got 5000 numbers. So what is the rate per unit? I already given you the chart. Okay, I'll take 8 rupees per unit. Okay, per brick it is 8 rupees. Then what will be the cost? 0.0085 is a 40. Okay, next cement ratio, they have given that 1:4. okay, I already told you how to calculate. Now cement, okay, 1 divided by 5 into 3.30, it will be 0.66 meter cube. So this 0.66 meter cube into 30, it will be 19.8, but I'll round up the value. I'll take 20 bags. Okay, 20 quantity. So what is the rate per bag? 300 per bag. So it will be 6000 rupees. Similarly, the fine aggregate. So what is the ratio? 4 by 5 of 3.30. it will be 2.64. So 2.64 is the meter cube. So the quantity is 2.64 meter cube. So what was the rate per unit? It is 700. So 700 into 2.64, it is 1848. 18.00. Now what are the materials required for the brickwork? Bricks, okay. Cement, okay. Fine aggregate, okay. What next? Next I'll take the scaffolding. Scaffolding is required, right? Scaffolding. For scaffolding, there is a rate. This for 1 meter cube it is 500 rupees. So how much meter cube we assumed? We assumed 10 meter cube of work. So 500 per meter cube, it will be 5000 for 1 meter cube of work. 500 rupees is the remark. Okay, now we'll take the total. So the grand total for the materials would be, it would be 52,848. 52,848.00. Now what will we do? Next step is labor and labor requirement. So labor and requirement, their wages will all come here according to the code NBC for 2.83 meter. I will not write fully now, okay. For 2.83 meter cube of work, so head mason half. You already know it in the earlier videos. Mason is 2/4. 2/4 means it's already 1/2 only, okay. And male mazdoor will be, male mazdoor also half. Female mazdoor, I'll take assumption half. So besti will take as half, okay. I took all half, okay, for 2.83 meter cube of work. So I'll go one by one. That is, first one is head mason. For head mason we have to take, for 2.83 meter cube of work we are assuming half. So for 10, how much? 10 into half, 0.5. 5 into 2.83, it will come around 1.76. So I'll assume as 2. So what is his wage? 500 will be 1000, okay. Next, mason they have given us 2/4. It's nothing but 1/2. We will require same 10. So it is also 2. What is the wage? 500. We get 1000. Next, male mazdoor, same quantity 2. What is the rate for him? 350. 700. Next, female mazdoor 2. 300. 600 is the total. Next, bisti, the helper, bisti, he is also 2.83 half. For 10 it will also be 2 only. So his wage is 150. You will get 300. So total for labor and labor requirement will be 2000 plus 700 plus 600 plus 300. 3600 will be the total. Now third step is tools and plants. Tools and plants. So before going tools and plants, I'll add this a plus b so that it will be easy for me. That is 52848 plus 3600 will be 56448. 56448. Okay, now these tools and plants, what is the procedure? 1.5% of a plus b divided by 100. So when I do into 1.5 divided by 100, it will be 846.72. Then D is water charge, that is 1.5% of a plus b plus c by 100, that is 56448 plus 846.72 divided by 100, it will be 859.42. Next E is contractors profit. Okay, this 10% of a plus b plus c plus d divided by 100, so the total will be 846.72 56448. It will be 5815.41. Okay, now I'll do the grand total. So we'll get 63,963.55. So similarly, the rate per unit will be 63963.55 divided by 10. It would be 639.35 per unit. So this is the solution. So 6396 per unit will be the quantity or rate per unit for the burnt brick masonry work with the cement mortar ratio 1:4. This is how we do the rate analysis for burnt brick masonry with cement mortar with a ratio. Next we will go to another problem. I'll read the question and let you know. So second question is, work out from the first principle the rate per unit work of plastering. We have to do plastering work here with cement mortar ratio 1:6 of burnt brick masonry surface of 12 mm thick. So 12 mm thick plastering we have to do with the cement mortar ratio 1:6 for the burnt brick masonry surface. For it may be a wall, okay, probably it may be a wall. Okay, now what we have to do, same routine. So we will assume a value now. So plastering is there, it is a meter square type of work. So let us assume or consider 100 meter square, 100 meter square area of BBM surface, whatever surface they are given. Okay, I took 100 meter square area surface to be plastered. Fine. Now they also given what? Thickness of plaster surface. Plaster surface is 12 mm. Okay, now what we have to find? So to do the thickness of 12 mm, what we require? We require the volume of mortar. So volume of mortar required. So 12 divided by, so for 12 so what I do is I will convert the volume of mortar into meter cube by considering the area also. So 12 into, so 12 thickness plastering we have to do for 100 meter square area. So is there, so I'll divide by 1000 so that I can get the volume in meter cube, that is 1.2 meter cube. So 1.2 meter cube of volume required when we consider 100 meter square area work. Now what I do, I'll add extra mortar for filling frog, unevenness in joints, etc. Okay, so add 20% extra for filling frog, unevenness, okay, joints, and also wastage. So for this more volume I'll add 20% extra, that is 20 by 100 of that volume plus the volume, so it will be 1.44 meter cube. Okay, 1.44 meter cube. What I calculate the volume of mortar required, I added 20% extra for frog filling, joints, wastage. From 15 to 20% we can add. Okay, and also I'll add for the shrinkage, and also for the I'll increase 25% for dry volume. This you know why we take, because of the shrinkage and all, we'll take 25% extra. So dry volume, so what shrinkage purposes 1/3 to 1/4 volume of extra material. So due to the property of shrinkage of the concrete which we mix, we have to take this 1/3 to 1/4 volume extra, or you can take 25% extra. Okay, to be assumed with respect to the wet volume. Every problem I am going in detail for you. So therefore dry material required, dry material required to do what, to do plaster for how much area, 100 meter square area, will be 1/3 of 1.44 plus 1.44, it will be 1.92 meter cube of volume. So how much ratio they have given, they have given the cement mortar ratio as 1:6. So due to 1:6, so 1 plus 6 will be 7. So for cement it will be, so I'll do in the tabular column only. So here what is the serial number, particulars, okay, quantity by number, rate, amount. So what we did in the last tabular column, same value. I won't waste the time by writing them. Okay, I'll go directly to the problem. That is first step. What is it? Material and its cost, and its cost. So what is the material required? We require cement. They have given the ratio also, that is 1:6. So cement 1/7 into, so what is the dry material volume, 1.92, right? 1.92, so it will be 0.274. So 0.274 into 30, it would be 8.22. I'll take as 9. So 300 per bag. So 9 3 is a 2700 it will happen. Next for fine aggregate. Okay, so for this 6 by 7 into 1.92, so 1.645. same you copy here 1.645. what is the rate? 700. So 1152.00. okay, so next cement, and we require fine aggregate. Okay, I'll do in the next page. So we found cement and also we found fine aggregate. Now I'll do for scaffolding. So next is, so at the places where the wall will be in height in the second floor or wall, we need scaffolding to be done, so that will help in plastering. So as I told, for 1 meter square it is 500 rupees. Okay, so for 1 meter square it is 500 rupees. So what is the we assumed for 100 meter square, right? So for 1 meter cube, okay, what happens is in plastering work it will differ. So for 1 meter cube of work it is 500. No, it's not, it's okay. For 1 meter square it is 10 rupees in the plastering work. So 1 meter square work it is 10 rupees. So what is our assumed meter square volume for plastering? It is 100 meter square. So 100 into 10, so 100 meter square into 10, it will be 1000. Okay, scaffolding for 1 meter square it is 10 rupees, we assume. So next we take a grand total here. So total will be how much? It is 2700 plus 1152 plus this 1000, it will be 4852 rupees. Now second stage, that is labor. Okay, labor and its wages. Okay, so here I'll directly take for according to NBC for plastering work. Okay, for head mason it is, in plastering work it is taken as for the work for 40 meter square per day. To complete this 40 meter square per day, so we require head mason is equal to 1 by 4. So mason is 3, male mazdoor is 2, female mazdoor is 1, and bisti is 1. Okay, now this is for 40 meter square per day. Okay, so head mason, I will not calculate again and again. Okay, so see here, 40 meter square for 40 meter square of work we require 1 by 4 head mason. So what our work is 100 meter square of work, so we have to cross multiply. Okay, so 100 into 0.25 divided by 40, it will be 0.625. so 1. Okay, 1 head mason is required. So what is his wage? 500. So 500 rupees. So next is mason. So what is it? For 40, 3 people are required. So for 100 you just cross multiply, you will get 8. Then after mason, male mazdoor it will be for 40 to 100, it will be 5 for female mazdoor. So for 40 meters square of work, one female mazdoor is required for 100 meters square of work. So cross multiply, you will get the value as 3. So Bisti also same 4103. Okay, what is the wages here? 500, 350, 300. You have to by heart them, okay, to make your answer uniform. 150. So now just multiply them. It will be 4000, it will be 1750, 3 3 is 900, and it will be 450. When I do the total, it will be 7600 will be the labor cost. So after the labor cost, what is there? Tools and plant cost, right? C is tools and plants. So we are taking directly 1.5% of A plus B divided by 100, right? So we have to add this plus A, this one. So 7600 plus 4852 will be 12452. Okay, to 1.5, 186.78. So 186.78 is the tools and plant cost. Next, water charge and overhead charges. It will be 1.5% of A plus B plus C divided by 100. So when I calculate it, I got it 189.58. Now your contractor's profit will be 10% of A plus B plus C plus D divided by 100. It would be 1282.83. So I'm going to make the grand total. Grand total will be, it would be 14,311.96 will be the grand total. Now for this, how we have to find the rate per unit. So rate per unit is equal to 14,311.96 divided by, what is the volume we assumed? 100. So rate per unit will be, so divide that item by 100, it will be 141.11 per meter square. So approximately it will be 142 rupees per meter square. So per meter square 142 rupees will be the cost for the plastering work. Now we will see. So this is how we do for plastering work. Okay, so all are same, just you have to memorize what you have to think. You have to, if the frog fillings are there, you have to add 20%. okay, for shrinkage 25% or 1/3 of anything. Then you have to remember this for plastering work, what is the code given, like this all. Okay, this was about the plastering work and the burnt brick masonry. Now we'll go to the side stone masonry. I already written. So for side stone masonry, so the quantity and side stone for the 10 meter cube of work. Okay, so type of side stone masonry is random side stone masonry, coast, SSM, Ashlar. Okay, so size requirement is 12.5 meter cube, 12.5 meter cube. Okay, here what I needed to tell you is, so see the mortar requirement. for the specific type and the size requirement. So for the random size stone masonry we require 4.5 meter cube of mortar requirement. Okay, for coarse size stone masonry we require 4 meter cube of mortar requirement. So this size requirement is same for 12.5. For ashlar it is 2.5 meter cube of mortar requirement. You have to remember this for the any question based upon random rubble masonry is given. If they are give question on the size stone masonry, you have to remember this. Then what is the code specifies for the worker wages, labor wages is this. So random rubble masonry work with size stone work in the foundation for 2.83 meter cube per day. So for this quantity of work here we require head mason is 1 by 4, mason 3, male mazdur 3, female mazdur 2, besti is 1 by 4. And I want you also to remember that one tractor fetches the volume of 3.25 meter cube of work. Similarly, one lorry will fetch us 5.5 meter cube of work, 5.5 meter cube of that size stone masonry. So the cost of size stone masonry per meter cube will be 1300 per meter cube. We assume that 1300 per meter cube may be the cost of size stone masonry. Okay, either it may be a tractor or lorry. For 1 meter cube it will be 1300 rupees. Okay, with this basic knowledge, so see again here the wages. Okay, I'll attach this PDF in the link so that you can download it. Okay, on this basis we go to the next problem, that is work out from the first principle the cost and quantity of random masonry size stone masonry. It is random size stone masonry for foundation with cement mortar ratio 1:6. So size stone masonry foundation work is given with the cement mortar ratio is 1:6, but this quantity which we assume, no, so I taken here consider 10 meter cube of random size stone masonry work with cement mortar ratio 1:6. So it is for the rate of the cement mortar, but whenever we take the size stone masonry, okay, here I have told you earlier that the size stone masonry, the size requirement will be, see, the quantity per number will be taken as for this value 12.5 meter cube. For this 12.5 meter cube, what was the mortar requirement? 4.5 meter cube. So I already figured it out and given you as a table, right? For 12.5 meter cube, 4.5 meter cube is the mortar requirement. Okay, so whenever we take the size stone masonry in material and cost tabular column, we will directly take for 12.5 meter cube, and the cement value will take as a mortar value, volume of the mortar will be 4.5 meter cube. So you have to mention this whenever you do the problem, and you please memorize it. Okay, and also, so the cost of size stone masonry based upon this 12.5 meter cube, for 12.5 meter cube of random size stone masonry, the cost will be 1300 per meter cube. Okay, so we'll go to the problem now. So solution will be, so we will consider, or we'll assume, consider 10 meter cube of random size stone masonry work. Okay, and we'll directly tabulate the results. As we know, for 12.5 meter cube of size stone masonry, what is the cement mortar requirement? The mortar requirement is 4.5 meter cube. Okay, you can calculate as we did in earlier, you will get the same Okay, I'll tabulate now. Okay, I tabulated the form now. So A, material and its cost. So material and its cost, same thing which we did earlier. So first one is size stone. So what is the quantity for 12.5 meter cube? What is the rate? 1300. Just multiply 16,250. You get the value. Next, what we require? We require cement. What is the ratio? 1:6. So 1 plus 6 is 7. So what is the mortar requirement? 4.5. So 1 by 7 into 4.5 will fetch us 0.642. So this 0.642 into 30, it will fetch us 19.28. So I'll take as 20 only. Okay, 20. Rate per unit is 300. It will be so 300 per bag. So 6,000. Fine aggregate. Next item is fine aggregate. So it is 6 by 7 into 4.5. It is 3.85 meter cube. 3.85. What is the rate per unit? It is 700. Now just multiply 700 into 3.85 will get 269500. So for the foundation work, these are the items you require. You don't require any scaffolding work, right? So the grand total will be, so it is 24,945 rupees. Now next stage is labor and their requirement. Okay, so labor and requirement. So I already given you the code. Okay, so I'll write directly. For 2.83 meter cube per day, head mason is 1 by 4, mason 3, male mazdoor 3, female mazdoor 2, besti 1 by 4. Now I think you have understood how to do. Okay, so I'll just go directly. That is for head mason. So for 2.83 we need 1 by 4 for 10 meter cube of work. Just cross multiply. So one number 500 is the cost. Next comes mason. When I calculate, I'll get around 11. So 500, 5,500. Then male mazdoor A, B, C, male mazdoor. So male mazdoor also same quantity, so he'll also come 11, 500, 5,500. Next female mazdoor. So what is given? 2. Okay, when you calculate we'll get 7. It is, so male mazdoor is 350, right? 300, then 2,100, so it is 350. So it will be, hurry up, I'll 350 into 11 ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಈ ಥರ ಎಡವಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. ಓಕೆ, 3850.00. Then Bisthi. Bisthi is 1 by 4, right? For 1 by 4 we'll get as only 1. So what is his wage? 150. So 150. Okay. Depending on this ratio, I calculated this one. I got the quantity it is. These are the wages. Just multiply and calculate the grand total. So I get 12100. Okay. Now item number C, that is tools and plants. So before tools and plants, I'll add these both because it will be easy to us. 24945 plus 12100, it will be 37045. Okay, so tools T and P charge 1.5% of A plus B divided by 100. Next is water charge 1.5 of A plus B plus C divided by 100. Next is contractor's profit. Contractor profit, that is 10% of A plus B plus C plus D divided by 100. So I'll calculate now. You to do, it's easy. I'll write the calculated value. So upon calculation, I got this as 555, this is 564, this is 3816. So grand total will be 41981.14. Okay. Now rate per unit is rate per unit will be, so 41981.14 divided by 10, it will be 419.11 per meter cube. Okay, this is the rate per unit for the size stone masonry. For 1 unit it will be 4198.11 meter cube. So this is way we will calculate the size stone masonry work in the foundation. Now let us go to the next problem. So next type of item we will be covering is flooring. So before going to the flooring, we will learn something, some knowledge about that. That is terrazzo flooring. So this terrazzo flooring is a special type of flooring. In this, marble chips are used as a coarse aggregate laid over a conventional concrete base. So the base coarse proportion is 1:5:10. So for about 22 to 25 mm thick will be there, and 4 mm to 6 mm terrazzo flooring will be there. So for this terrazzo flooring, polishing may also required. So terrazzo concrete consists of cement and marble chips with a varying size from 1 mm to 6 mm with variety of color as a coarse aggregate with a proportion of cm 1:2 or 1:3. Just there will be types of flooring. So in this terrazzo type of flooring, there will be a base course. With that, marble chips are used to give the finish as terrazzo. Okay. Now marble powder. So marble powder, 1/3 of the weight of the cement is mixed. So 1/3 of the weight of what? Cement is mixed with the marble powder when we give the finish about marble. In the flooring work, it will all come. Okay. The excess volume is given by adding extra marble powder, which is going to be removed at the time of surface cutting. It is also known as buttering. If you want, for the lighter sake, if you want the marble powder, means if you want the light pigmentation, then white cement is used. Okay. For dark pigmentation, a dark cement is used. If you want a mixture, so both dark and light pigments are mixed and they can be used. So for whichever color is necessary, light color or dark color, pigments are used. So this point was to enhance that pigmentation is used in the flooring for their color. Next, in terrazzo flooring, polishing is done 3 times with the polishing stone, that is in another way it can be represented as first polish, second polish and third polish. So these are some points about flooring which I needed to discuss with you. So we will take up the flooring, and again another one item is painting in the next lecture. Thank you.